So my first question is, I guess, what's the energy strategy when we go back in session next month?
The energy strategy for the Democrats will be to take the Republicans at their word and to give them a chance to vote on all of the above. We're going to call their bluff. They say they care about renewable electricity standards, about renewable tax breaks, about building efficiency. No, wait, they haven't really said that. But so far, they've basically said that all of the above really is just drilling off the shores of the United States. But they say they want all of the above. And so as a result, what we're going to do is to give them that chance. And they'll get an opportunity to see whether or not they are sincere in their commitment to forging a new energy agenda, and not just one that is a continuation of the last 100 years, which is drill, drill, drill.
And what about this drilling issue? Is that going to be included, some amount of drilling in this all of the above? And what does that mean? You're chair of the Committee on Energy Independence and Global Warming, so what does that mean?
Well, the speaker is now saying that she's willing to have some type of outer continental shelf drilling as part of the all of the above package. Now, there's been no determination as of yet as to what that will constitute. But again, the most significant part of the package will be all of the above. It will be all of the other component parts, because there's no expert, including the Bush administration's Department of Energy, that hasn't said that there will be no significant oil produced from the outer continental shelf for 10 years, and then it will only give consumers a 2-cent to 5-cent break at the pump. So we obviously need another agenda, and we're going to give the Republicans a chance as part of the vote on their agenda to see whether or not they actually want to have something in place before that first barrel of oil is ever produced 10 or 15 years from now.
And what about Democrats in the party who have started kind of moving in favor of drilling offshore? Is that a concern, and what needs to be done about that issue?
Again, the speaker is saying that she wants to find a way of putting together a true all of the above vote. So she is talking to those members along with the Senate, and our hope is that we can put together a package that all Democrats can vote for in September, and then see how many Republicans really believe in what they're saying about wanting a multifaceted solution to the energy problem.
And then looking into next year in Congress on both climate legislation and energy legislation, what do you see as the top priorities, and what's achievable in this next year?
If President Obama is sworn in on January 20th, as I expect, and we have more members of the House and more members of the Senate, I think you can expect there to be a national renewable electricity standard, permanent tax breaks for wind and solar, strong buildings standards that are put on the books, plug-in hybrid tax breaks to move over to compressed natural gas vehicles, a multifaceted agenda that includes ultimately a cap and trade system, a cap and invest system being put into place, which will give incentives across all sectors of energy efficiency and alternative energy technologies to revolutionize that entire sector, and to get it done within 10 years so that our country will be non-recognizable from an energy and environment perspective at that point in time.
And so within Congress, there have been several different bills that have come up. You put forward your own ICAP bill, and we obviously, Chairman Dingell's been talking about his own bill, what that might look like. It's likely that there'd be a significant difference between what you would put forward and what someone like Mr. Dingell would put forward. How does the party then work out some of these differences within it in order to move forward on climate legislation?
Well, we would have to work out the differences and do so with, obviously, the Obama administration. But Barack Obama has made it quite clear that he shares our goal of dramatic reductions in greenhouse gases. And his vision for accomplishing that includes the kinds of cap and trade system and regulations and tax policies that can accomplish it in a very brief period of time. So I'm very confident that we'll be able to work out the differences as Democrats and with the Republicans who want to work towards solving the global warming problem.
Are climate and energy issues winning issues for Democrats this year, or is this something that people can take to the ballot box this year and use it as a winning strategy?
I think that, especially in suburban America, where a lot of the swing voters are, that there is great concern about our energy policy and our global warming policy. And so I think that it's a potentially deciding factor for many people. Maybe not in isolation, but as part of a package of issues that they want to see our country address, and they know that it's unlikely that the Republicans will do so. Yes, I think it is a voting issue, and I think it could be decisive in several states.
I guess the last question, since you're chair of the Committee on Energy Independence and Global Warming, is there concern that energy independence takes the precedent next year, and that are there things to be aware of as far as independence that doesn't necessarily help on the global warming side?
Well, when you reduce the amount of carbon that we consume, you necessarily have to increase the new technologies that do not emit carbon or emits carbon in a much lower percentage. So they're not inconsistent at all, because as we move to the hybrid, the all-electric vehicle, as we move to wind and solar and geothermal and other alternative energy sources, we're creating more jobs, we're reducing our environmental footprint, and at the same time we're increasing our independence on oil from the Middle East. So it all works together. You can't really deal with an environmental issue without dealing with energy, and you can't deal with an energy issue without dealing with the environment. So it's like trying to separate horse and carriage, peanut butter and jelly. You just can't do it.